we all have certain pre-assumptions about it, and majority of the time our pre-assumption is work means my career. And if I am a homemaker, that is not my career. I do it for my joy. Since majority are women on the group, and Ravindra, Corey, I'm not ignoring you guys. I do understand, Anu, all of you. So for them also, like whatever work you do for home, probably that is not something which is being considered creating any imbalances in life. So the yesterday first we cleared the thought process within ourselves, understanding that this is the activity, what we define as work. This activity is something which we want to invest our time into to achieve a particular goal or achieve a particular purpose. The question is, majority do not realize when they invest their time into home. Their answers as because it gives me joy, because it makes me feel good, because this is how I feel. And we do not consider that as work. The minute I realize whether I am resting, whether I am doing some activity for the house or for the home, whether I'm going out and I'm doing activity which generates money, everything requires me to plan, to execute it, and it falls in the category of work. The question is, how much time do I want to prioritize with each one without me feeling obligated or without me feeling guilty in absence of my inability to be able to function or to be able to do that particular task. Is this making sense to you all? Is there any question? Or I will move towards what question Kavita had asked yesterday. Is Kavita there on the platform or she is not yet come? Because yesterday it was late and we couldn't answer Kavita. I do not see Kavita on the platform. I guess Kavita is still not yet joined. Anyways, right, can we just start? So Kavita's question when we stopped our discussion yesterday was, then how do you define work? So let us start it with our definition of work. So work is simply an activity that involves efforts either mentally or physically to achieve a result. If I'm planning some new activity, if I'm thinking, is that called work or is that not called work? It tires you. It really tires you out. I don't need to. The day I'm thinking a lot and I'm planning that, oh, even if it is simply that, oh, I mean, morning there are these 10 tasks. I need to call up this person and answer this. I need to go on the daily Theta. I need to do this. I need to do that. Yesterday, I went to my designer and she also attends our daily Theta, and she just had one thing. By me just listening to it, sometimes I'm tired. I don't know how do you go every day and do that. So any mental activity in our classes also, we just see that any emotional release, mental releases, people are tired towards it. But the same thing when you go to the gym, you have exercise, probably at that time you are tired, but then you feel really very, very energetic about it. So for all of you who consider, like, if your job is to constantly, there are many times the housewives don't realize this. I'm mentioning this particular definition of work for whatever answers I got on the platform yesterday from Pala and 3-4 more people. Oh, I work, but it is for home. So they don't consider what they are doing for home as work. So whenever there is a lot of planning and execution, people nowadays say that, oh, but I have a cook. I have so many servants. And the question that they normally face from the society or the elder generation is, हमारे टाइम में हम सब हाथ से करते थे, फिर भी हमारे पास टाइम रहता था, समझ में नहीं आता तुम लोगों को कुछ करना ही नहीं है, कुछ काम नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ ऑर्डर करना है, ये खाना बना दो, ये कर दो. Then why do you complain? You don't go to office, you do no work. Then what are you occupied in? How many of you face this problem? Majority time you get to hear that you actually have nothing to do in the house. What do you do the whole day? And the answer is, boss, if the meal is there on the table, there is a lot of planning and execution which has gone at a mental level. Whether it is the menu setting, whether what food will be prepared, whether you want to eat chole and the chole is been previous night being soaked or not, whether that masala is there in the house, the oil is there in the house, the salt is there in the house, in what way it will come there. There is a lot of planning. Even if somebody is designing your outfit, but like, I mean, you are choosing constantly. Isn't it equivalent to the CEO of a company? He doesn't go and physically lift the object and physically go and sell the product house to house. Do we call the CEO of the company is doing no work? Then we say, oh, he has got so many responsibility because they are the decision makers. So why is it that when the homemakers are the decision makers and they have a team under them, we define it and we tell them that they have no work to do? They've got a lot of work to do, boss. So one more time, let us go back to the definition of work. May I share again the same screen? Mahek, are you there? Yeah. So work is an activity that involves efforts, either mental or physical, to achieve a result. So first we understood that do not ignore or understate your mental activities and don't say that that's not called work. So keep the slide here, Mahek. So understanding that, now second question which you all need to ask yourself is, this activity in which you are involving efforts mentally or physically, you do that because you want to achieve a result. When you go on doing it every day, it becomes such an automatic process for you that probably many of you have forgotten what is the result you want to achieve out of that. When you started putting your time and energy into that activity, that time probably you are result oriented and you knew exactly what do you want to derive out of it. Now it has become such a process where it is more dependent on your self expectation and expectations of others. You have forgotten what results you want to achieve out of it. And probably whenever it becomes only expectation based, it becomes an obligation based relationship. What you have started investing your time into that activity, what we define as work. The imbalances occur when it becomes an obligation based, expectation based, rather than you are very focused and you know, I am investing my time into kitchen for 1 hour because I want to achieve this result. That gives me the health of my family, that gives me my health, that gives me satisfaction of me creating something. And that's why you are investing that. And then if at that time you are not sitting and doing some office work, you are not feeling guilty about it because you know what result you want to achieve out of that. You will not get into the imbalanced state. At the same time, if you cannot enter the kitchen and you order the food from outside because that 1 hour time you are investing is majorly into your preparing a new office project or preparing the work that you are into, like your career or any new project that you would like to invest into. You are preparing that time into it. Or it can simply be an NGO project. Does not matter. You know what result you are looking out from that. So then you will be in balance and you will not feel very bad about it that, oh, I am not there to pick up my child from the school. My servant is going or they're coming by the school bus. I am not there to go in the kitchen and prepare food for them. So the one of the major reason of having work-life imbalance is because probably the activity that you are investing your time into, it is not in completely synchronicity with your goals, your the result that you want to achieve. So that awareness is lacking. Why am I investing my time, mental or physical energy into what is the result that I want to achieve out of it? And if I know that this is the result I want to achieve out of it, is it needed or not? I hope this makes sense to everyone. If you have a question, you can ask me later. Yeah, go to the next slide. So now how do I define work-life balance? So work-life balance is not just the balance between your career and what you are doing at home. The work-life balance is an equilibrium state. If it was a medical thing, probably I would have said the state of homeostasis. What we require. If you are not having this work-life balance, probably you are not in the state of homeostasis either. The panic attack, anxiety, stress, everything surfaces out of that. So work-life balance is an equilibrium state where you effectively balance work or career demands and also your personal life. Work or career are with a slash. If you are a homemaker, that's a career you have chosen. Please do not say I'm a homemaker, so I am not working for money. Because you want to achieve a result out of it, you have chosen being a homemaker as your career. So there is a result which comes. It is nowhere defined as the money that comes out of it. So work-life balance is, again, I'm repeating, is an equilibrium state. Are you in equilibrium state when you are investing your time either into any activity at home or activity at your career front, whatever time it demands? Are you in that equilibrium state? Then you are effectively having and achieved a work-life balance along with your own personal life needs. And my personal life needs can be, I'm just resting, I'm doing nothing. I'm just listening to the music and I'm doing nothing. It is very much needed for me. When I say me, I don't mean me, I mean all of us. It is needed by us. Because if that is not there, it is an overload on my conscious mind, and then I break that filter. I'm not even operating with my best potential. Only when I get that other personal life needs, and that personal life need can be just going out for shopping, buying something, going to a cafe and having a cup of coffee, just sipping a cup of tea with a newspaper. So that time also requires to be defined. If you are missing out on defining that time for yourself, very difficult to achieve the state of equilibrium for your work-life balance. Probably you are in that imbalanced state. And after that, what happens is an obligation based reality that we create for ourselves is not an equilibrium state, it is more of an obligation based reality at work life. And then we get so much addicted to that, telling poor me, I cannot do anything out of it. Mac, you can stop it unless, yeah. Till now, is that clear to everyone? Because I want to then start clearing the stagnancy, clearing the beliefs that each one of us have, and each one of us are not being able to achieve that state of equilibrium and not being able to achieve the work-life balance that deprives many to even think that they can have a career of their own. You all deserve, because majority housewives who come to me, and they are very capable, very, very capable. Like when I look at them, I know, like, I mean, they're very sharp, very intelligent. They're capable of handling thousand things. But they do not choose or focus on a particular career and then continue filling a lack in the life. If you do not choose some activity which is generating money, we are fine, it is okay. As long as you do not feel anything lesser, you are not questioning your own worthiness about it. Genuinely, if you are not questioning your worthiness, or the vice versa situation also. You are in a situation where you are generating money, you are working, but constantly feeling guilty of not being able to be there for your child during the time of exams, not being able to go home and cook food for them, and feel guilty that I'm at the office and I'm not at home taking care of my child. The vice versa also, it is getting you out of the state of equilibrium. So please sit down today and give yourself this answer today. How much time would you like to invest into your personal needs? What you define as personal needs is for you to decide whether it is your rest time, whether it is this. So if there are three categories, like how would you define it? One is only personal, like my time. One is my family time, my friends' time that I am defining. And one is the time that I'm investing to generate money. If I had to put all three as three different activities, my time can be my exercise time, my food time, going out, like it can be anything, but not the time that you spend with your family and friends, because family and friends, there are times it becomes an obligation based. If I don't do that, they will feel bad about it. So for all the international people, probably if it doesn't resonate, I'm talking about it because this is majorly the mindset in India. And that's why many people like remain in that stressful state. Even for the companies, if it is they've hired them for 9 to 5, you are working post that also. So please write down that answer in terms of equivalent time that you are investing. Then probably you do not mind if you're working post 5, you're working at 12 in the night, because that's convenient to you. Probably you did not invest that time during 9 to 5. As Amita said, she's working from home. So a lot of people have started working from home. You are not sitting in the office from that 9 to 5 and cannot even take a phone call or cannot do anything, cannot look at the laptop. So many people have chosen work from home scenario. So they are actually like, how much productive time are you actually investing into that activity? That time defines. And that, what is the goal, what you want to achieve, are you being able to achieve that, and the state of equilibrium that you wish to have. So to let you guys be guilt free, for those who want to have a career, please give yourself these answers and you will be able to have, and please share it with us, because we want to help you to release your blocks and to clear those doubts why you are not being able to achieve that. And for those who are working and do not have time for the family, friends, for themselves, and very often hear this statements from people that, you are constantly working, you have no time. Obviously, it is a very big sign of not having any balance in your work-life relationships. So we definitely want to help you also to create that. But before you guys do that, and I help you, we require where you are facing problems in your work-life balance situation, so that we can cover up and we can release that. Is this clear? I hope everybody has understood the thing. Then I'll start the downloads. If anyone has not understood, because I am expecting answers from you guys. If you are not giving me answers, then this topic gets over here, and then this week we have nothing. 3 days, we all will enjoy a break. There will be no daily theta tomorrow, day after. 3 days, we all enjoy break. The changes that you want to achieve, you require to take out that time into that mental and physical activity, mentally thinking about it, physically writing about it, and pressing a button and sending it to us. Because when you do that, we know exactly how your subconscious mind understands that problem. The question is not that majority answers that you guys will say, I'm not aware of it. Because when we go to the corporates for work-life balance, we give them the prepared sheet that I have work-life imbalance because tick, 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 just tick the right. We give them that. We do not ask them and then any more pointers. We do that because you are working with a huge group. We do not have the time to personally ask each one unless that it is a smaller group. But if the group size is very big, we do not have time. Here the group size is small. You can get the personalized releases. The question is the same problem. How do I define it? What language does my subconscious mind understand? When the releases are in the same language, your subconscious mind understand, the chances that you allow it to release completely is much higher than a generalized statement. Though you guys get the releases which is channelized, so majority times you will feel that, yes, this is what I feel. But do take out that time, because again, that shows me whether you feel you are worthy to invest your time into yourself or not. As long as you do not feel you are worthy to invest your time into yourself, how can you achieve work-life balance? You can never achieve work-life balance if you do not even take out that small time for yourself. So please do send me where you are facing problem in your work life, achieving the work-life balance. Even for all the homemakers, it is a compulsory thing. If today there are 36 participants, I expect minimum 36 answers. Or we should actually block people who have not sent us the answers tomorrow. Yes, Amita, you have a question. Can somebody please unmute Amita? Yeah.
Hi, Sangeeta.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning to everyone. I just wanted to say that, which I've already retired. So now I don't have this going to office, etc. But during my working, like going to office life, I had this problem. of feeling guilty about leaving the children. So does that require
Of
release?
course, it requires release,
Uh,
because that is what I meant, because we don't have that clarity, we create obligation based dynamics at the work front and at the family front. And you
so
will even
all the while
unlike
torn
friends who
between.
will also tell you, तुझे तो टाइम ही कहाँ है मिलने का भाई, हाँ भाई पैसे बनाने में बिजी, like any statements that people use, फालतू statements, not realizing that it is actually programming somebody.
Yeah, because the fact that I typed yesterday that I work from home or whatever I typed showed that this thing is there in my head somewhere at the background or subconscious, that because I'm not actually going out to work, I'm actually not doing any work or whatever.
That is what yesterday I wanted to clear the myth about it.
Yeah.
You,
No, I understand that, but to release it, probably.
I'm talking also as a work I'm doing, because my hands are, it's a physical thing, and mentally to talk, mentally you think and you talk, no, it just doesn't come out. It's a
Yeah.
mental activity, boss.
Yes.
You are working, like even when right now you're talking, you're working. So please
Yeah.
do not say that I'm not working.
Yeah.
You're singing a song, you're working.
Excellent.
But your brain, so many activities are happening. How can you say it's not working? You are working. So, number one, everybody is working. The question is, how much time do we want to invest into any activity? And what is the goal? Why are we investing that time into that activity? What are we achieving out of it? Have that clarity into your mind. And then whatever you have heard and whatever. So please write down your question without thinking, the statements, because those statements have an imprint in your subconscious.
Yes.
They were hurtful then, they were hurtful now.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Please do write down, like today, whatever time everyone requires, don't get up. First, write and send the answers now. Otherwise, may I keep the list of the 36 people, whoever has not given, tomorrow they are not getting entry. So please write down your answers. Yes, Dr. Kavita Gupta. May I please unmute her?
Yeah. So again, I think I'll just put off my speaker.
Good morning, Kavita.
Yeah. Can you hear me without an echo?
I can hear.
Can you hear me without an echo?
Without an echo, I can hear you.
Yes. So I wanted to ask you, how do you differentiate work and life? Because life is a part of work, work is a part of life.
No. Life is not part of the work. Work is definitely a part of the life.
Right. Both are so intertwined. Because
so then segregate them and understand that when you come down on earth, you already have chosen the work that you require to invest your energy into to achieve a particular result or a goal. You didn't come down randomly on earth. There's a purpose of life that is being attached to that. On a broader spectrum, if I'm talking metaphysical, I'm talking the soul's journey. Like, if I'm talking about that on a broader spectrum, that is like, that's what I chose that to be. Now, after that, it became more condition-based reality. If you don't do that, you are not working. If you don't do that, and how I live life, like people say, live, love, laugh. The three principles of living life. And I'm actually living it. I'm not just dragging myself into it. I love what I'm doing. And not again because I have to do that. And laugh, like you're enjoying while doing that. That is life. The work that I need to put into for each activity to live life is something that I need to decide. I need to decide that based on what will I achieve from getting it? Why am I investing my time into listening to the music? What work I'm doing, I'm listening to the music, that work I'm doing. Is it that a music director, when they're listening to the music, that is work? When I'm listening to the music, that's not work. Because one will get money out of it, one will not get money out of it. The work is the activity that I'm investing my physical and mental resources into, knowing that it will generate this result to me. So if I have clarity about, I am just listening to the music right now for half an hour, lying down on a couch, my eyes are closed. I'm actually bringing my attention to the music. Now, can you all hear me? Okay. So just to continue with that, Kavita, have you understood what I meant by that?
Yeah, we missed you. You know, we missed you at the point when you said when you're lying at the sofa and listening to music.
So I'm just saying what happens is when I'm listening to the music is an activity I have chosen for myself. I'm putting in my mental and physical resources because there is a goal which is being predefined. Why am I doing that? What will be the result I will receive out of that? Fine. Now, when a music director is doing that, they know we define that as work because they are generating income out of it. When a normal layman does that, we think that, I mean, they are doing time pass because they are not generating any income out of it. And then there is a guilt which gets attached to that. My question was, that is also work. When a layman is also listening to the music, it's a work because they are investing time, money, energy into it. As long as my outcome is defined and I am fine with that, I will remain in work-life balance. So while doing that, I'm not feeling guilty about it because I know that that's an activity everyone, a music director will go out in a cafe and will have a cup of coffee. That work he will do to bring him back to balance because he's constantly listening to the music. A layman who on the computer software engineer is constantly on the computer would like to just half an hour detox and listen to the music to get back to work for a career related work. And that is what they will require. So understand that's very much a part of it and you deserve it. That balance is needed to be established.
So what is not work? What is not work? That is my question. Because everything, whatever you do is some kind of a work with a particular result which you want.
So that is the thing. Everything is the work that we are doing. Even when we go to sleep or when we rest, we are not consciously working, but all our organs are working. Our subconscious mind is working at that point of time, because if they were not working, we cannot be alive. We would have been dead. So there is some activity which is constantly happening 24/7. It's very much an integral part of my life. I am working no matter what, whether I define it as I'm working or I'm not working. Question is, what activity am I choosing for myself? How much time do I want to invest for my personal needs? How much time do I want to invest into my time with my family and friends? What activity, through what activity? How much time I want to invest into the activities which generate money for me? And then what is it that I want to achieve out of it? Once I sit down and I get clarity of that, probably what is it that I'm achieving out of it will start clearing me out of the guilt or obligation based commitments. Is that making sense to all now?
Yeah, but yeah, I got it. But still, I'm not very clear about life.
We will take that question again. First, all of you write down your answers where you are missing work-life imbalance. Where is it that you feel work-life imbalance is happening? Ideally, what you would have liked to do, how, like Amita said, she felt guilty when she worked. She couldn't pay attention to her children. Or there might be people who felt that, they feel guilty that they are not able to use their potential. Where are you facing that problem? First, let us make you guilt-free, being able to see a bigger picture. We'll come back to this question again. Yeah? So guys, I want everyone to write down the answer. Not a single person is allowed without the answer. Everyone. And please give us your feedback so that it can be one line answer, it can be 4-line answer. You do not need to write one pages. It is not a venting out thing. You can define it and write it down. I'm facing problem, one line answer here. What do you have to write? You have to write where you are missing the balance in the life for work life. Any guilt associated with it, where you are not being able to do any activity because you feel you do not have time for your career, or you feel you did not get time to your family, or you do not have time for your own self, and that is creating imbalance in the life for you. You ignored yourself, that's why probably you have certain problem. You ignored your family, that's why you have certain problems. You ignored your own personal needs, so you have some problem. You ignored your own dreams to work professionally, and you have some problems, dissatisfaction. Write down that. I felt guilty while I was working. I felt I wanted to do dream, but I was not allowed by my family. I felt things are in imbalance for my life, in my life, because I have to do it. Is that making sense to all? Yeah. So please write down whatever you have understood. If you have not understood the question, that's also fine. Whatever you have understood, listen to the video again, pause it, what is Sangeeta saying, and give me the answers. Yeah. See you all tomorrow with massive releases that is going to happen now. Now, 2 days we'll be focusing on the releases. So a lot of B releases, a lot of downloads, meditation, whatever the guidance comes. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. See you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp.